The Tesla Gigafactory is the machine that builds the machine. These are more than just buildings with manufacturing tools inside. They're more like one cohesive and gigantic manufacturing tool in and of itself. Kind of like how Cybertron is a planet but also a machine. These are the most technologically advanced and efficient manufacturing plants that have ever been conceived. And 2021 is shaping up to be the year of the Gigafactory for Tesla, with two of them currently racing towards completion in Germany and Texas, one under massive expansion in China, and potentially one more soon to be announced. In today's video, we have all the updates on Tesla's Gigafactory progress around the world. Hey Elonites and Musketeers, welcome to the Tesla Space, where we share the latest news, rumors, and insights into all things Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk. So first, let's clarify what a Gigafactory really is. This is Tesla's next generation of manufacturing facility, a whole new way to build vehicles. Their existing Fremont, California plant, not a Gigafactory. It's barely even a factory. It's like a bunch of tents and trailers and random bits all hacked together. It's not an ideal situation, but Tesla have been doing their best to grow the original production plant in step with the growth in their product line. And while they've done an admirable job of that, it's not perfect. Admittedly, the disjointed nature of the Fremont plant has probably contributed to some very real quality control problems over the years, and it's held the company back from ever breaking through their production constraints. If I order a Tesla Model Y right now, I'm probably waiting 2 or 3 months before I actually get to drive it. That's a problem. But the Gigafactories are the solution, and that's why the construction of these plants is possibly the most important project that Tesla has ever taken on. We can start in Germany, where there has been a bunch of new updates and a healthy amount of drama going on recently. The new factory is being built near Berlin, but is actually in the jurisdiction of the town of Brandenburg, Germany. The hot topic there has recently been the timeline for construction. We initially had reports that this Gigafactory would reach a state of completion by late June or early July of 2021, basically right now, and obviously that's not the case. There have been rumors flying around that completion is delayed by 6 to 8 months. We've had Elon's not so subtle hinting that German regulations and approvals are holding everything up. We've had groups of protesters who think they're saving the planet by stopping an electric car factory from being built. It's all a bit messy. The crux of the issue lies with environmental protections. Unfortunately, the Gigafactory site partially overlaps a drinking water protection zone and borders on a nature reserve. So a lot of people have some very strong opinions on the whole matter, and you can't really blame them. No one wants poisoned tap water, obviously, and no one wants any harm to come to the local ecosystem. But we finally have some clarity right now. Tesla recently published 10,000 pages of revised documents regarding Giga Berlin and made them available for public review. This is part of the German regulatory process. They've updated the plan to try and satisfy the objectors and hopefully gain full approval. I'm also assuming that the German government has the full version of this report because in the publicly available text, there are a bunch of words, passages, and even entire pages that have been blacked out. Obviously, that's to protect Tesla's intellectual property, and that's fine. But even with the redactions, we have some really interesting new information. Keep in mind that this document was published in German, and these 10,000 pages were released less than 1 week ago. So we're trying to be as accurate as possible here, but it's not ideal circumstances, especially since we don't speak German. Tesla is now planning on November for initial completion of the factory. That's the point that they will have most parts and systems operational. But Tesla plans to continue to work on the factory through to April of 2022 and possibly even beyond that. This pretty much lines up with what Elon had said about a month ago when he visited the German construction site for himself. He told those present that the factory should be in operation by the end of this year. So that's the vehicle production line, which we expect will focus primarily on the Tesla Model Y vehicle, but there is also a battery production line that is supposed to be operating at Giga Berlin, and it appears that this is the work that is going to continue through to the spring of 2022. According to the information in the documents, the cell production building will be constructed from July to November of 2021, but installation of the manufacturing equipment might not be done until April of 2022. Additionally, new construction on the main building that is expected to be finished in November includes a whole new area that was not in the original plan and is expected to support 2 additional GigaPress casting lines. But again, the actual machines will probably not be installed until next April. The battery factory was always part of the original plan for Giga Berlin, but has continued to be delayed by objections from groups who are worried about the local population of snakes and lizards in the construction zone. This has all not only set back the timeline for battery production, but has also resulted in what appears to be a slight change in plans. According to the new documents, the Giga Berlin battery cell output will be equivalent to 50 gigawatt hours of electricity per year. That would make it the biggest battery plant in Europe. But when Elon Musk announced this battery facility, he promised us the largest in the world, and this falls short of that. At this point, we know it's not unusual for Elon to overpromise a little bit. It was originally forecasted that Giga Berlin would reach 250 gigawatt hours per year, and that's certainly possible with expansion over time, but it won't be the case anytime soon. On the positive side, as part of these newly released documents, we do get to see full illustrations and descriptions of Tesla's 4680 battery production line that will eventually be built in Germany. We know that the battery facility will have a very large footprint and the production will be spread out across 4 floors, anode and cathode production on the first floor, and tabless cell production on the 3rd floor. Some other interesting points we can gather right now from the Brandenburg documents. We can see that Tesla has actually raised their expected energy usage for the factory. It's now gone up 20% to 87 megawatts per year, while they've managed to keep the much disputed water consumption volume consistent with the original plan. We also learned that Tesla expects 1,515 trucks to arrive at Giga Berlin every single day. To be honest, we could probably have an entire video on the updated Giga Berlin plans once all these documents get translated and sorted, so let us know in the comment section if that's something you'd be interested in watching. All right, let's move on to a success story for Tesla, Giga Shanghai. This is the example for what a Gigafactory can accomplish once it gets up and running. Unlike Germany, the Chinese don't have much red tape to cut through. For better or worse, they just let development run free. And that led to Giga Shanghai being built in a very short time frame. It took just 168 days to go from work permits to a completed factory, or at least a factory that was complete enough to build cars. Tesla's work on Giga Shanghai continues to this day with new facilities popping up all around the original site. When they first began making cars in China, Tesla was able to produce about 4,000 Model 3 sedans in 1 week. Now, just about 1 year later, and with the addition of the Model Y to the production line, Giga Shanghai is close to doubling that production rate. In April of 2021, Giga Shanghai produced 30,494 vehicles in total, and Tesla anticipates that the annual manufacturing capacity for the factory with Model 3 and Model Y lines will max out at 450,000 cars, or about 37,000 per month. Giga Shanghai is able to build so many cars that they can actually exceed the demand in China and ship vehicles to other markets, including Europe. Reports have said that the Chinese-made version of the Model Y will soon begin shipping to customers who are on the waiting list in Europe. This is probably to mitigate losses due to the delay with Giga Berlin. And there's more on the horizon. A few months ago, we reported that Tesla China was in the process of building a new research and development facility at Giga Shanghai. The president of Tesla China, Tom Zhu, told state media in February that the new center would be built in mid-2021 and would be Tesla's first R&D facility outside of the US. At the time, Tom said that the research and development center will have all the necessary disciplines covering vehicle design, vehicle engineering, vehicle development, and vehicle testing. And he went on to say that in the future, Tesla wants to design, develop, and produce an original model in China, manufactured in Shanghai, and sold to the whole world. Most believe that the new vehicle that Tesla China is expecting to design and build will be a much smaller and cheaper model than anything they have released before. The expectation is that we will see a compact hatchback design that sells for around $25,000 US, and the new Tesla, Call it the Model 2 if you want. I don't think that's what it's going to be called, but it should be available to buy internationally. All right, the Gigafactory in Austin, Texas is another one that's under construction as of right now, but things are going much more smoothly in Texas than they have been in Germany. Much like China, Texas is not a place that's known to put up red tape when it comes to getting things done. They just go. In fact, progress in Texas has been allowed to move so fast that they even build the factory overnight. It's basically 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of construction. This is great news because we are expecting 3 very big things from Giga Austin. One is to help ramp up Model Y production in North America and start meeting the growing demand for this vehicle. 2 will be to start producing the 4680 battery cells that will be going into the new Model Y, which will be shipping from Texas with a fully casted frame and a structural battery pack loaded with the new cells. And 3, this will be the first plant to build the Tesla Cybertruck. It's possible by late this year, but more likely in 2022, that we will actually start to get Cybertruck deliveries. There are over 1 million pre-orders for this thing, so Tesla has a lot of work to do. We know there is already some manufacturing activity going on at the factory, even though it's still very much under construction. Tesla fans who fly drones over the site have been spotting pieces of the Model Y inside the building. We've seen rear frame castings and even a whole Model Y body visible from the air. There have even been photos released of the very first Model Y front casting or mega casting that are being made right now inside Giga Austin. In terms of Cybertruck production, we haven't really seen anything yet, but we do know that Tesla employees are currently being trained in California on the production machines that will eventually build the Cybertruck. That makes sense as this is going to be a completely new kind of vehicle manufacturing. The truck body is basically folded into shape. Tesla has already made the order for a new 8,000-ton casting machine that will form the Cybertruck frame. It's 1/3 more powerful than their existing Model Y Gigapress. It all looks like good news in Texas so far. I expect that once this factory starts to go, it's going to go very fast and people will be shocked at just how much stuff they will be able to build here. But what's next? Let us know in the comments section where you think Tesla will start building their next Gigafactory. Also, don't forget to sign up for the Tesla Space newsletter. We deliver all the updates on Tesla, SpaceX, Elon Musk, and Neuralink in a quick, fun, and easy to read package. Link to join is in the description below. It's theteslaspace.com. Once you sign up, be sure to check your promotions tab to make sure our emails are going to your main inbox. If you want to continue to learn about everything regarding Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we've got 2 more video options for you on the screen to check out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel for weekly content just like this.